Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming at you with a brand new deck profile, and today I'll be showing you guys my ABCs. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So I'll try to make this deck profile short, since I'm sure a lot of you have seen a bunch of ABC deck profiles, and people talk about ABCs because it's going to be the best deck of the format, so on and so forth. So I won't really explain the ABC cards from the Kaiju structure deck, since most of you should know what they do by now. But I will explain some of the key card choices and things that make my deck a bit different from some of the other standard builds out there. So starting off with the standard ABC lineup, we have the triple A Assault Core, triple B Buster Drake, and then the triple C Crush Wyvern. No matter what version of ABCs you are playing, you have to play 3 of each of them because the deck is Buster Dragon deck. Next with the triple Photon Thrasher. This is one of your cards that opens up your combo turn 1, this plus a Union Hainer, or a Gadget plus Union Hainer that gets you to your ABC Dragon Buster, which again is the whole point of the deck. Speaking of the gadgets, we had a 2 Gold Gadget and 2 Silver Gadget, just another complementary engine that helps you get your ABC monsters out of your hand, and also helps you go into your rank 4 plays, mainly Bujentei Tsukuyomi turn 1. Next we have the 1 Garnet. This pretty much gives away the spicy tech I'm running in the main deck, which is Brilliant Fusion. As you'd imagine, being a poor college student with very little time on his hands, I do not have the money for Pod Desires right now. So I decided to try to mitigate that by playing Brilliant Fusion, because with Brilliant Fusion, you actually thin your deck out by 2. You get Seraphinite on board, which can help you actually get closer to your ABC Dragon Buster with the extra normal summon you get. Plus, you get one of your materials in graveyard. So that's why I decided to go with the Brilliant Fusion engine, just as a kind of a more budget, engine that gets you closer to your ABC Dragon Buster. I'm only playing the 1 Garnet because I really don't want to dead draw it. Granted, I do run the risk of drawing the 1 and making my Brilliant Fusions dead, but you can always Daigusto Emeral it back if you need to. Then for the final monster, we have the 2 Maxx, pretty self-explanatory. For spells, we have the triple Union Hainer and the triple Terraforming. Again, no matter what version of ABCs you're playing, I think you really need to run 3 of each, because Union Hainer is just so important to getting your Dragon Buster on board, and just plussing off of your floating effect with Dragon Buster as well. Next with the triple Brilliant Fusion, already mentioned this, just gets one of your materials in graveyard, gets you that Seraphinite on board that can empty your hand a bit more with an extra normal summon, to lead you to some rank 4 plays like Tsukuyomi, or even an extra rank 4 play on top of that, and your Dragon Buster. Next with the 2 Twin Twister for back row, also a decent combo card if you need to get one of your materials out of the hand. Then for one of those spells, we have the 1 Raigeki, just generically a good card for clearing boards. The 1 Reinforcement of the Army to search out our Photon Thrashers. Then finally the 1 Upstart Goblin for some more draw power, since we can't afford Desires. So for traps, we have the triple Solemn Strike and the 1 Solemn Warning, the Solemn Quartet. The double Anti-Spell Fragrance, if I owned the 3rd copy, I probably would find room for a 3rd, but for now I just have the 2. Then for the final main deck card, we have the 1 Vanity's Emptiness. That's it for the main deck. Total of 40 cards. It is 19 monsters, I believe 14 spells, and 7 traps. Somebody do the math for me on that one. So now on to the extra deck. So starting us off, we have the standard free ABC Dragon Buster. This deck can easily go into 3 within the span of 2 turns, and it's just a really, really powerful card that all of you should pretty much know what it does by now. Then we have just the 1 Seraphinite for the Brilliant Fusion play. Really, you only need to get off the 1 going first to get the full value out of Brilliant Fusion. Just, again, for getting that material in graveyard and setting up your rank 4 plays. Speaking of rank 4, starting us off, we have the 1 Dweller. Good for the mirror match, good for Burning Abyss, just any graveyard-reliant matchup. The 1 Tsukuyomi, our main combo starter, turn 1 to get to our Dragon Buster. Castel for spinning away troublesome cards. Daigusto Emeral for the mid to late game when we need to shuffle things back into the deck. Sometimes you'll shuffle back in your ABC materials, but a lot of times you'll be shuffling back in like your Tsukuyomi, your Garnet, things like that you can plus more off of by being in the deck. We have the 1 Diamond Dire Wolf. Most people are playing 2. You probably should be playing 2, but I currently own the 1. 1's still good. I mean, the big thing with Diamond Direwolf is that you get 2 materials off of it, and you get to pop one of your opponent's cards. So that's why Diamond Direwolf is pretty good. The one Gear Gigant X, in case you kind of open a brick can and just need to search a machine, can sometimes get you that last machine you need for the ABC Dragon Buster, or to search you a Gold or Silver Gadget, which can be pretty good in combination with Brilliant Fusion. The 101, I still find this to be a pretty good card. I mean, being able to steal one of your opponent's monsters and also being able to protect yourself from destruction can be good, especially with, say, Vanity's Emptiness on board. But, if you own a second Diamond Dire, this could probably come out for it. Next we have the one Giant Hand. I know a lot of people are going towards the Starliege Paladynamo because it is a light and another like detached 2 card you can do on your turn. But I decided to go with Giant Hand instead because you do have some combos, especially with Brilliant Fusion turn 1, where you can get to a Tsukuyomi, an extra Xyz, and a Dragon Buster. And I wanted to have some kind of Xyz that would be defensive to go into turn 1. And you could play Trap Tricks with Flegia, but you have to make room for like a Bottomless or like a Floodgate Trap Hole in the main, which I didn't want to do. So I decided to go with Giant Hand instead, just as an extra negate, which can be backed up by Strike, or just in general be a nice negation card. Then we have the Utopia package, Utopia and Utopia Lightning. There's really no room in the extra deck, in my opinion, for 2 of these or like the Prime. The extra deck space is just so tight. Then for the final extra deck card, we have the 180 Rhapsody and Berserk. Here for the mirror match to banish the materials away, detaching 2. And also if you have an extra Xyz monster on field, you can just equip this onto it and give it an extra 1200 attack. So now to wrap it up with the side deck. Starting us off, we have the 2 Flying Sea. I find this to kind of be the budget version of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Obviously, it's a better card because if you get rid of Buster Dragon in the mirror match, you're probably going to win. If you get rid of key cards in other matchups like Dante or Spirit Dragon, you're probably going to win that matchup. But I kind of like Flying Sea as a budget version of that because against Burning Abyss, you just summon this. They can't go into Dante unless they get this off the board. Against ABCs, you summon this, and they can't go into their Tsukuyomi, which is their main way of getting to Buster Dragon, unless they get this off the board. So that's personally why I like Flying Sea. It's not quite as good, but I think it's a good budget replacement, in my opinion. Next we have the 2 Ghost Ogre. For the mirror match, we're getting rid of Union Hainer. Also good for the Pendulum Metal Foe matchup. Next are the 2 Kaiju, the 2 Kumunguos. Decided to do Kumunguos over Gamma Seal because of the fact it's a level 7. So if it stays on field for a turn against the Blue Eyes matchup, they can't use it for an Xyz play. And it's only an extra 200 attack. Next we have the triple system down for the mirror match. The 1 Book of Eclipse, I'm definitely thinking about bumping this up more, but I currently only own the 1. This is mostly for the Magic Spectre matchup because it's really hard to get over those guys when they can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and Book of Eclipse helps to take care of that. Also, something interesting I heard of too is this can be a counter side to System Down, where you chain this to System Down, flip your monsters face down, and the game won't recognize that they're machines while face down, so you can kind of avoid System Down that way as well. So Book of Eclipse, overall, pretty versatile card. The 3rd Twin Twister, in case we're going against the back or heavy deck. Speaking of anti-system down, we have the 2 Union Scramble. Basically with this, if they Kaiju away your ABC Dragon Buster or they use system down, you can just use Union Scramble to bring back your free materials. And then with Union Hainer on board, you get another one of your materials equipped from deck. So it just means that you have a nice line of defense and you'll hopefully get a free Dragon Buster next turn. Then for the final side card, we have the 2 Typhoon. Just here is another back row destruction card. Kind of like Ghost Ogre in a sense, to where you can have this in your hand and potentially like pop a Scale or pop a Union Hainer if you're going second. Also pretty good against Anti-Spell Fragrance if you don't immediately open the Twin Twisters. So that's it for this brand new deck profile of my ABCs. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.